Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Hexagon TTRPG. We're back with The Eye's End. We took a little break last week for a Halloween special, but we're back at episode 15. Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Hi.
Hey.
We're back.
We're back. And we're back with a special announcement.
Mm.
Okay. And I might have to say this. Well, I'll repeat it the night when it comes up. But we're celebrating starting today No Nat November. A little bit different from the typical one, you know.
That sounds like a horrible month.
Who's that?
Gasp.
I don't know if you're in the actual layout yet.
Not yet.
I might be talking to a ghost.
Ooh.
So just wait for you
Halloween
to
special was last
corporealize.
week. Go watch the VOD.
Go watch.
Your presence is doing spooky things to Brent's light. Yes, so we are doing No Nat November. That means no nats, no naturals, 20s or 1s during all the rest of November. We'll be re-rolling all the crits, so 20s and 1s. Now we're leaving it up to you to decide who gets the crit and what kind of crit it is. So if you donate $1, you receive the divine right to pick the winner or loser of any one roll.
Hot tamales.
Wait, are players allowed to donate money to win? Is this now
Pay to win?
No,
I
no,
think it's the
you're
same
not,
as the
right?
Banes and the Boons. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
unless it's in a different campaign, like a campaign you're not
Unless you
part
e-transfer me directly. Okay? Otherwise, no. So keep that in mind that this might be rougher, it might be better, but there's a little stipulation. If you roll, let's say a crit, and then you roll another crit because you have to reroll, you may keep that crit.
Ooh.
You may keep that crit. I think that if you roll 2 crits in a row, I think you deserve it.
Well, yeah, that's that point. Fate is, telling you.
Exactly.
What if you roll 2 1s in a row?
Same thing.
Same.
Same thing. Ow.
Right.
Okay.
You deserve it, you know?
God wants you dead.
Yeah.
All right. So with that out of the way, let's do a little recap of last time.
Woohoo.
Both parties got back together for a
Yeah.
little lakeside beach episode, kind of, not really, where everyone did like a aura shoot where they all took pictures in front of the fancy little device on the beach, for social media. Yeah.
Hashtag Vitrolan.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Vitrolan. Hashtag not cursed. Hashtag.
Sponsored by Xanabin.
Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
And you guys met some native wildlife, a little bit, some large squirrels and rabbits, as well as some funky fish-looking people. And I think you guys took a little moment to rest up, not a long rest. I believe that you were just about to set off into the woods at the end of the last session. So we'll pick up right there. With you guys just having entered the Grave Woods by Lake Marrow. Is there anything you would like to do before setting off? Is there any unfinished business amongst each other?
I did leave a portion of the meal that I made with the fish next to the lake, just so you are reminded for the weird fish dude.
Beautiful.
And
Very nice of you.
I would just leave with a blessing. I shall just call out to the lake and thank you for your hospitality. Give it a little bow, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. And I think the water's relatively still. You remember that you had also left a bit of bird meat.
Yeah.
That you had gathered, and it had disappeared. And so you feel like in time this too will disappear.
They're just shy.
What about the rest of you?
can't think of anything specific.
Ready to freaking go.
I
Anxious.
think so.
The only thing that I think Lyria will do is poof Uranos into small form, so he goes in her hood, so he can fit between the ominous trees. I can look back at Misha and go, "I'll scout ahead."
I'll take the back.
And then I'll kind of stealth ahead of the party, not too far.
Since we're the perception queens. Yeah.
Beautiful.
We left them blind when we were together.
That's true.
Guys, I can see pretty well.
Pushes her
And as
rock.
evidenced by your birds, you're right.
Exactly. Mhm. But no, I think I have the rations. I think we're just eager to get there
Yeah.
finally after so long.
Oh, thank you, Stream Elements. All right. So you guys begin heading off. What's your Lyria is going to scout out ahead. How much distance or time ahead of the others do you give yourself?
Well, I rolled a 27, so probably. Yeah, I'm probably not that far ahead. I'm probably like 2 rounds ahead of them, kind of thing, in terms of like time and distance. So like 100, like maybe just over 100 feet. Yeah, because my movement, so 60, like 120 feet away, so that I could hit them with an arrow if I had to, but far enough and moving stealthily enough that I'm, I'll see something before them and be able to react to it.
Gotcha. And this 27 was a perception or a stealth?
That's a stealth check.
Okay. Good to know.
Do you want me to roll a perception check?
Yes, please.
Can I get Uranos to roll separately?
He can give you the help action.
Or the help action? Okay, help action. That's a 24.
Okay. So Lyria goes off ahead of the rest of you. And you give her enough time to disappear from view, though she disappears relatively quickly from view. And Lyria, as you're scouting ahead, you notice again some of the critters around you and how they're larger than usual. Not too much larger, just like a little awkwardly larger, I think I had mentioned that they were twice the size of their usual size. So like a squirrel is like, the size of a cat.
I mean, that's quite a bit large. That means a squirrel could hurt you.
Yeah.
A squirrel could do some real damage.
It could. And I think you notice further in the distance on some of these large trees.
Slurpy, slurpy.
Ooh, thank you.
Which one?
On some of the like the trunks of the trees, they extend up hundreds of feet up into the air. And maybe about like a good portion up one of the trunks, you notice that there's like a kind of structure built on it. But this is still quite a ways off.
Yeah, I'll probably get a little further ahead. And I think that if I see that structure, I would like to specifically look for traps as well.
Okay. So go ahead and make a survival for me.
Ooh. Can Ornos give me the help action?
Sure.
All right, well, that's a nat 20, but no nat November.
Oh,
yeah!
already. Oh, well, that's a perfect opportunity to explain what's going on right now. There are no gnats, okay? There's none for all of November. So Brent, because there's no gnats, you have to re-roll. But our viewers have a chance to decide your fate, so to speak. Right? That's how it's working. I need to confirm just in case. But they can apply the crit for you, essentially, by donating $1. No, $1.
Yeah, no pesos, please.
No pesos.
I thought they could make any roll a nat for $1.
Yeah, any
My
one
bad.
roll.
My bad. I misunderstood.
So now would be a good time. To
Yeah.
roll.
I just figure it's an opportune moment. You know, we got to call out the no nat, and even though you get the no nat, somebody could make it a nat.
It might. Well,
Theoretically.
give me a boon.
Or a boon.
Or a bane.
You have your options now.
Can we give each other banes and boons?
No.
No.
No. Yeah, that
All right.
No.
So instead of a 21, that's an 8. Or a 14.
Or a 14. Oh, because of Uranus.
Yep.
Okay. With a 14, you and Uranus do not notice any traps. And it's the forest is pretty, it's not very dense. The trees are fairly spaced from one another, from one trunk to the next, and there's very little like vegetation that grows between. There's maybe like a few bushes and things like that around. But yeah, it's mostly empty. So you look around, you peer about, and you do not notice any traps.
Okay. Yeah, and the little structure looks, I guess, uninhabited as far as I can tell from here.
You're unsure because it's built up part way up the trunk of the tree.
like 100 feet up kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't even see like stairs leading down from it. It's just like plopped onto the side of it.
Okay. I mean, for now, I'll assume that it hasn't seen me, but I'll move past it. I don't really have a way of getting a message back to the party unless I use up the once a day communication, so I'll keep going.
Okay. Sounds good. So it does take you a little while to get to the building. Are you keeping your distance away from it? Trying to like move around it, or are you just going to go like straight towards it? It's kind of it's sort of in between the direction you're trying to go, but it is also a big forest. So
yeah, I mean, I'll go near it because I think what Lyria is looking for, in addition to traps, is probably like tracks and stuff like that to see like how well trodden this area is. But it really is just like a swing by as we go on our way to Vitrolan. I don't really want to detour too much.
okay, good to know. And the rest of you, what are you up to?
I would like to scout behind.
Gasp.
Fly up.
Mhm.
Oh, these trees are tall, so it's gonna take a while. And
be
look
steep.
behind us for the cloud. See if I can see it. If I can't see it, that's probably a good thing because it's really far.
It is quite far. Now, like realistically, I wouldn't be able to tell you if you'd actually be able to see it. I just don't know, you know. But it has moved slightly since last time, but it's still quite a few days away. So, yeah.
Mostly, it's like if I don't see it, I still don't know where it is, but I know it's not within my view because it's like warbling with.
Yeah, if anything, it's just like a cloudy horizon type of deal, you know. But you were by the lake; it's across the lake, so yeah, maybe just the color of the sky sort of indicates that it's approaching, but not necessarily directly in view.
Interesting. I'll fly back.
Cool. And while you're doing this, you can make a perception check as well.
Yes, please. Perception. Let's call that what it is, which is a +4, 21.
All right. As you start making your way back down into the woods, you can tell that it takes you longer to return to the group than it did to like go out and scout, if that makes sense.
Took longer.
Yeah, maybe just like a few minutes.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Taurus, you've been gone for 5 years.
He gets back. Everyone's like old.
Oh, what on earth?
No. Yeah, just an observation you make on your way back, Taurus. And then the rest of you slowly make your way after Irea. Irea, as you get closer to the building, with the 14 survival check that you got, you do notice now closer to the house there, and you do recognize that it is like a tree house at this point. It looks a little quaint, made out of just some, large branches that have been stacked on top of each other to form a type of little log house on the side of this trunk. And it is about 100 feet up. There are no stairs that lead to it. And there's like a hole that you can see underneath it. And there are several rows of footprints. Actually, there's quite a lot of foot traffic near the house. Lots of like average sized feet prints. Humanoid.
Average sized feet.
Feet prints.
Yeah.
Can I use my beautiful survival? Wait, are we
There we
there? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
This is just me.
Wrong
right?
elf.
It's just
MP.
Where do the footprints go? Do they go back towards where we're going towards Vitrolan, or do they go somewhere else?
You notice that they're collected around the trunk, like this huge trunk, but a lot of the traffic actually leads, I guess it would be like south. So a lot of the traffic goes from the trunk to the south and back. There's like some back and forth going on.
To the south.
Okay. I think Lyria pauses, and there's some sort of like a rogue instinct of like when you're trying to like case a joint, like follow where the people go. You know what I mean? So I think like she looks over like towards Vitrolan and then looks like down that path, and I think I can't really leave a message for the party, and I'll just go follow the footsteps instead of going to a Vitrolan. But if I can, I'll leave like a little mark in the dirt with like the toe of my boot.
Okay.
And kind of just like, you know what I'll do? I'll just take one of my arrows and point it at Vitrolan, and then draw another like little arrow with the dirt of my boot pointing towards the footsteps.
Nice.
I'll remove that.
All right. Yeah. So you leave a little marking for your pals. We'll see if they see it. If they know what it means. No, just.
Technically, I prestidigitation, so I can leave that illusory script on the arrowhead. Just like, I'll be right back. Continue.
Okay.
Or I'll be right back. Keep going.
And you make your way towards the prince. As you follow them, you get a little bit closer to them, and you recognize that it's a pretty well-worn path for these set of prints. Whoever's making these travels along this path probably on a daily basis. And there are prints within the prints that are more fresh. That is to say, like they happened just like a few hours ago. Like somebody just either left or returned to the house very recently.
Do that scout thing, you like bend down and like crumble the earth between your fingers.
Now you gotta taste it. I like it.
The princess is not going to taste the dirt. We'll touch it with her gloved hand.
Oh my!
For
Send it to the lab.
Like brush it off on Ernos. He's like,
All right. So where are you headed after sniffing the dirt, getting an idea?
following these tracks.
You're
Like,
just
if
gonna
they're
keep
fresh.
going.
I'm stealthing, following the tracks. Like I fully leave the party. I know I have that one communication spell that I can send if something's up, if I need help. And I think Lyria's just like gonna rejoin after she scouts out whatever this could be, because they're not giants and we're looking for giants. So this is like an X factor, and it's like, okay, we've got to make sure this is good.
Yeah. All right. And off you go. While you do that, we're going to jump back to the others quickly.
Yay!
As they make their way along the path that you've set for them. I think it's mostly quiet.
Except for Albrecht.
Except for Albrecht.
When he's clanking, like he's not really trying to stealth. He's just
I guess so, but at that point you get used to the Albrecht noises.
That's it.
It becomes like white noise.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone's so used to the
Soothing.
clinging of your
It's
armor.
Albrecht ASMR.
Ooh.
Unless you're walking weird, Albrecht. You're like,
like trying to be quiet but making more noise.
Oh gosh.
Hi ho!
No
He's
need
just
for stealth.
regularly.
No
He's
need
just
for
walking
stealth.
normal.
To work we
Yeah.
go.
If anything, I guess you're making a little bit of noise in the vicinity, spook off some of the critters. But I think eventually you guys will notice the house that was in the distance. So you haven't reached the house yet, but you do see it in the distance on the trunk.
Do we see any smoke coming out of the house?
There's no smoke.
Ooh. Guys, I think there's a house up ahead. Who do you think lives here?
it's up in the trees. So.
Maybe a giant?
Why would a giant live in a tree though?
I'm joking. Of course, he couldn't live in the trees. The giants are too big for them.
Well, maybe it's a really big tree.
That could be fair.
It's in the
But then-
distance, right? It could be.
Wait,
You
are
might be right.
giants social? Like, do they have like a whole family of giants, or are they like lonely?
Yeah, do we know
Why
anything
wouldn't they
about
have a
giants?
If anybody wants to know anything about giants, you can make a history check.
Yeah.
I will say that Misha. Well, no, I mean who? Well, just roll a history check. If you
I
have
was gonna say,
proficiency.
should I get disadvantage? since
I was
know
gonna say
nothing?
that, but I was gonna say you have disadvantage, but it's fine. I think you probably don't have proficiency in history.
I have
so I
a
think-
plus 0.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
13.
13.
And
I got a
19.
22. Can I answer my own question?
You can. You can. Yes, absolutely, you can. What do you know about giants?
What do I remember reading about giants?
Mhm.
I don't know. Like myself out of character, I know nothing. Zero. Like, are they big? Are they just big guys and that's it?
Exposition.
Giants?
us.
Nah, they're small.
They tiny? Oh, she. The name is so deceiving.
Wait, I thought you were telling me about giants.
Yeah.
Living like
I think she
giant.
meant Shira. Can Shira
Yeah.
answer her own?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to like come up with something on the
Yeah, I was
spot.
so impressed. I'm like,
I was
wow.
like, yeah, go ahead.
Make an initiative.
Okay.
I'm
Wow.
so sorry. That was not what I meant.
Well, I mean, you've met giants. You had to learn their language. I think when you were younger, there were you traveled a lot. You were with
Mhm.
like a group of what's the word? Nomads. You were like a group of nomads that traveled around, and you had all sorts of different types of people part of your group, and they're you may have known even a giant, a hill giant, but giant culture. You know that there are different kinds of giants. They don't all necessarily live the same way. You know, there are, you know, they can be a little bit rare. And yeah, I mean, with a 20 though, I guess that you would have also like, because you were with Taurus when he was thinking about the giants and stuff, and you helped him recall the fairy tales and stuff like that. That comes to mind too. But
Okay.
I think that ultimately in this moment, it doesn't help you with where you are and with the particular giants that you're trying to.
Gotcha. See, why I was asking that is because in my head, I was thinking if there's a giant tree with a bunch of houses and just like a giant community just living in a tree house. And I thought it would be amazing. Okay, that was my curiosity. Thank you for appeasing me.
That does make me want to lead into something else though. As you are like looking at the house on the tree, and I guess just taking it in the scenery around you, you can make out like the slight likeness of like a face in the bark of some of these trees.
Oh.
But they're big, so like you can only really see them from far. Like if you're standing close to the tree, like you will not see the face.
I turned to Misha. Does this seem any like, I guess druidic in nature, or do you have any insight on that? They look like faces, right?
They do. And I peer closer at them, and do I notice that they have faces?
Yeah, I think you do. You kind of have to like squint, and maybe it's like a little bit of a stretch, you know, like yeah, I can kind of see the face. It's kind of like looking at, you know, images in clouds.
Can I like do some sort of like druid craft stuff to like say hi to them?
You can certainly try.
I feel like
shall
you would have to yell.
How would Misha do that?
I think I don't know how she tried to grab its attention. Does like a jumping jack motion, and then like in druidic speaks out, says like, "Hello, anyone there?"
Are you like specifically trying to talk to the tree with the house, or just like any tree in particular? Like
the closest one that has the face.
okay,
On it
yeah.
that I recognize.
You call out, and your voice kind of just trails off, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Even in druidic.
I wonder if it's just maybe it's a giant's way of decorating the trees.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Can I go touch a tree that has a face?
You can.
I shall go do that. I press my hand to it, and I close my eyes for a second.
Okay. Can you make a nature check, please?
Ha! Yeah. 16.
16?
Yeah.
There's a familiar kind of warmth that comes from the tree. And all life gives off its own sort of energy. But these ones remind you of the roots from the Kingswood, in that it's more magical than it is natural.
Magic trees. I look to Shira. kind of like the ones
Okay.
we saw in with Yggdrasil and stuff. You know.
All right, that's why they're so interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
I bow my head respectfully to the tree and continue with the group.
Beautiful.
I will copy Mish. I'll do like a tinier version of what you did.
Yeah.
And walk back.
And I will do a tinier version. Of
You're just like blinking.
Just a slow blink to acknowledge.
like when you want to try to be friends with cats, you do the
Yeah.
slow blink.
yeah.
Does it blink back?
The tree, no, it doesn't blink back.
I hope not. Oh gosh. All right. Well, let's see the house. Maybe there are some
Yeah.
people who know what's up around here. Maybe a giant.
Maybe there will be giants. Who knows? As you guys give your little moment to the tree. We'll go back to Lyria, who's following the tracks. And there are, I think, as you begin to follow them, there's like the collection of tracks that lead to the house, but eventually they sort of start to branch off. Like whoever these people are, they are going to different places every day, but they do leave the house every single day. That much you can gather. And there's maybe about like 20 sets of prints that you're following. And these are like fresh from today.
And they go to different places?
No, well, there's more than 20, but 20 of them are going in like one particular direction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems like some sort of patrol. Okay. I keep following the main one. It's the main path.
You follow it for a little while, like 15 to 20 minutes, and you come to a point where for a majority of the woods where you've been walking, it's been like just the large trees and then empty space between each one. But now there's like little trees growing around. It's starting to get a little denser, and as you weave through it, you start to see some color through these through the foliage, and you notice some red caps. Kind of gnomish looking folks with red hats, pointed red hats, that are all sort of congregated and gathered. And they all seem to be like down by the grass and the bushes, and they're all sort of like picking and foraging.
No.
But the thing is that although they have like the builds of gnomes, they're like human sized.
Garden gnomes.
Well, that's kind of freaky. Yeah, I think I go slow. I see this happening. Can I put two and two together? Like if I look at their feet, are these the things that have the right size feet for the tracks?
Yeah, they do. They actually have like I guess human sized feet. So they're kind of got like little stumpy legs, but they're like still pretty big because they're scaled up. But yeah, you can match that. Like, yeah, this is the group. There's about 20 of them too.
These burly gnomish things. And how many did I see? 20?
Yeah, there's about 20.
Okay, I leave.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I think that Lyria, there's 20 of these things. They're burly, so super not good. So I think that I'll go back the way I came, and probably like mentally note on the map like where this is.
Sure. I'll put a little. Yeah, you like traveled down from the party. I'll put a little X on the map.
Just an area to avoid is this.
It was basically like down on the map. You can see that there's like a coast. It's basically towards the coast.
Oh, before I leave, like, and how good a look do I get at them? Like, are they wearing shoes? Do they have clothes on? Are they naked except for a red cap?
Okay, so you see one who has like a much taller hat than the rest, and it's like perfectly straight up. He's got the hat down over his eyes, and like you can see the white hairs of his eyebrows kind of poking out from underneath. They're so bushy, and he's got like a big white mustache and a big white beard. And as he bends over into the bushes, it kind of like it's long enough that it touches the floor. They're all wearing these like little metal boots that kind of have these pointed tips. But the rest of them, this one looks like he's got a big white beard, looks like a man, and then all the rest are sort of like wearing little red dresses and little floppy red hats, and they all look more feminine.
All of them?
All of them.
Oh,
Only one hat is erect.
weird. No,
Why you got to say it like that?
Gnome hat November.
November.
Hey, how do we kick this guy?
Yeah.
Get him out of here! What the
He's getting his
Okay.
gnome hat.
But yeah, they seem to be picking some sort of fruit from these bushes.
Yeah. Can I make a judgment about how they're, or maybe an insight check, just in like their actions, like how they're doing stuff?
Sure, yeah.
If they're doing it.
I'm just trying to determine like how civilized are these things.
Mhm.
They're digging through dirt.
You also know a ton of languages. Do you know
Fruit
Gnomish?
picking.
Hold on. So that was a 10. I know Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, Primordial, Thieves, Cant, and Undercommon.
Okay.
So no Gnomish specifically.
I know.
On the
Just
breeze.
It's
Weird.
a competition now.
I'm so sorry.
The one
I'm
language
just like
he doesn't know.
I know one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do not. They kind of talk very quietly to one another in very soft-spoken voices. You don't understand what they're saying. The way they say certain words maybe reminds you a little bit of like, I don't know, maybe Dwarvish or something. But you can't understand it. And their mannerisms with the 10, even with the 10, they seem pretty gentle. They're just kind of going about their day, filling up like little baskets and stuff, and they're just foraging for fruits.
Oh, they seem gentle?
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I feel like coming all this way and just leaving, not the greatest.
And just leaving.
Oh, come on.
You're like, do it.
What the fuck?
Let's see.
Ask about
Can
the
I-
giants. No,
I would like to cast a
And the chance.
spell.
Oh.
Moonbeam.
no.
Oh, you know.
Oh, such a lovely day. Just turns to dust.
I would like to cast. I think it's in
Orbital
my
cannon.
features and trait. I'm just looking for it. I would like to. Yeah. I would like to cast darkness. And I believe that the way the darkness spell works. The creature that
Pick a point.
chooses. If the point you choose is an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it, completely covering the source of the darkness with an opaque object such as a bowl or helm blocks the darkness. I think you know where I'm going with this. I've been getting pretty creative with my arrows. So I think what I would like to do is equip a booming arrow, cast darkness on the booming arrow, and then essentially shoot it, not at any of the gnomes, but just like into the clearing. And then I would like to kind of like intimidatingly, but I think this is more of a deception, as I just kind of like want to like project my voice and be like, "You are caught in my spell."
I see. Okay, all right. So loose that
What
arrow.
have these gnomes ever done?
Loose that arrow. You fire it off. The booming, I guess you're aiming it in such a way that it's not going to like hurt anybody.
Yeah, it's not aimed specifically at anybody. It's just like a patch of ground.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it erupts in thunderous, in a boom, I imagine, and the darkness spreads out. And as your voice calls out, can you make an intimidation check with advantage?
Can I make a deception check instead, since I'm lying about them being caught at any sort of spell at all?
Yes, you may.
So naughty.
Okay. Wow. Rolled 2 8s in a row, so that's lucky. But that's a 16 total.
16. Okay. So you see, as this happens, I guess, do any of them get engulfed? Yeah, you're engulfing some of them in the darkness, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
You won't be able to get all of them.
Yeah, I mean, darkness has a pretty good. It's 60-foot sphere. 15-foot radius.
Okay.
Oh, so the range is 60 feet, but it's 15-foot radius. But I cast on the arrow, so I can I'm like 120 feet away, and I just or probably less than that. I'm probably like 60 feet away because I have to project my voice.
Right. So the darkness spreads out, and along with the boom, a bunch of them fall on their butts. They freak out. There's a few of them, the ones that you can see. I will say that maybe like half of them get engulfed by the darkness. The other half, there are 5 of them that fall, and then 5 of them that like poof into like these white clouds, and you just see like these like mushroom formations where they were standing. And you just hear like and they're all like freaking out within the darkness.
Does one of you speak common?
Oh, wait, who goes there? And you hear some fumbling as one of them calls out in common.
It is I, the Lady of the Desert. I travel through these parts with my companions. I seek but a little bit of advice, and I shall go.
Anything for the maiden of the desert, of the sands. And you see kind of, I think you see the point of the cap sort of poke out of the darkness a little bit. Not as if like he's stepping out of it, but he's kind of moving around the edges trying to find the exit. Like it pokes out of the darkness a little bit, the hat, at some points of it, where the sphere sort of rounds down.
Be careful of your movement, lest you bump into the edge.
Okay, yes. What questions do you have for me?
Well, first I'd like to know what your people are doing here. And second, I'd like to know where the giants are and what they are doing.
Well, please do not hurt me or my family.
No harm shall come to pass. Lyra's like smiling, like trying to like hold back her laughter. She's like,
well, we're foraging. We're foraging to store up our supply of food. It's what we do every day. Isn't that right, ladies? And you hear, and they're all talking in Gnomish. And he goes, the giants, they do not come this way. You must travel farther. But maiden, I must warn you that giants do not like to be seen. I do not think you will ever reach them.
oh, and what makes you say that, my good fellow?
Well, it is so. It is giant law.
Well, this is very important, and I thank you. I will the darkness to go away.
A bunch of them freak out when the darkness disappears. There's like, again, half of them poof into like mushroom formations.
Do they
Is
see
there
her now, or-
something that I might
Well,
be
I
able
mean-
to do for you?
I think if you keep talking, are you like showing yourself at this point?
I think at this point, yeah, I'll kind of like I'll walk forward, but I poof Ornos so that he's like big and imposing behind me, like with his like wings. And I'll be there and just say, "Is there something that I might do for you before I leave? A kindness,
Oh,
Cut!
a
Sorry.
reward for your generosity."
Sparing me is gift enough, maiden. And the male one sort of steps forward and like kind of bows a little bit and goes, "Oh, you frightened us there, but you do not seem so scary."
These are dangerous woods, and it would do well for me to appear bigger than I am, like many a wild creature here.
Oh, well.
Ornos will like settle his feathers a little.
And he eases up a little bit when Uranos relaxes. He goes, "Well, these woods are actually quite peaceful. We've made our home here for many years, but if you travel in further, yes, it will get very dangerous."
We've sent I'm part of the resistance for the rest of the continent against a dark wizard who seeks to take control of everything. And we have sent emissaries to the giants, and none have returned. And so we assume that these lands are perilous.
Yes. He's cocking his head a little bit to the side and seems a little confused as you say some of this. One of the other gnomes goes up to him and goes, and he goes, "Oh, well, actually, the resistance, yeah, someone did pass by quite some time ago, but it's as you say, the deeper you go into the woods, you are likely never to come back. Even we know that. Isn't that right, ladies?" And they go, "Oh," and they all like sort of nod.
Is there a way that we might speak with the giants without incurring their wrath? A way that we might parley?
Oh, but the giants, they keep to themselves, but they have messengers that will speak to travelers sometimes. But they can be difficult, so I've heard.
Difficult how?
They like to play with travelers,
Should we
toy with them.
play their games, or should we attempt to be more confident and, well, put them into a corner?
He looks at his family and looks back at you, and he goes, "If you want my advice, I suggest you do not go in there. Make your home here, where the land is bountiful, plentiful, and peaceful.
Yeah,
But
like,
there,
like,
no."
hand on hip, like sideways, like, "Oh, we must go in." Lyra's getting frustrated with these people. We must go in. We must speak to them or their messengers, and we would much rather not fight them or have to intimidate them. It would be much easier just to pass along a message that the Dark Wizard is coming here and that we wish to prevent it.
"Oh, I do not like the sound of a dark wizard."
No. And I would suggest that in the next few days that you take cover and you avoid Vitrolan.
As always. Hipla hapupu. And he talks to some of his gnomish ladies, and they go, "Whoop, whoop, whoop." And a bunch of them sort of, there's a few that like, whoosh, they unpoof back to their normal forms. Just a little shaken, a little defensive mechanism. And they sort of start making their way back along the trail that you had followed. And he goes, "Oh, well, if you are heading into the woods, I have something I'd like to give you, but I must stop by my house first. Would you mind coming with us?
I like look back over my shoulder at like where my companions were off on this little side quest, and I kind of like sigh. Know that I can only send one message a day, and go, sure. What is it you would like to give me?
I have a special nut for you.
And I think like diplomat style just walks with him. But I think that she wants to take this opportunity, even if the nut is nothing. I'm going to explain a little bit about the war, just a little bit, so that he knows like the powerful magics that Xanabin can like make. And then I want to describe Warforged to him so that they don't approach them, and that they kind of like, can keep an eye out for staying away from them for the time being.
All right. Oh, thank you for the warning. We will keep an eye out. We have lived here our whole lives, so I don't know if we can just leave.
No,
we've never been attacked once.
But these will attack without quarter, without speaking. They're apt to just destroy whatever's in their way. So as long as you're not in their way, as long as you duck and hide, then you should be fine.
Well, he calls out, he goes, ladies, perhaps you will take a vacation by the ocean for a little while. Woo! And a bunch of them are like excited. They're kind of like, I'm forgetting the name now, an Animal Crossing, like the little like.
Oh, the gyroids.
Gyroids, there you go. That's how they move. Yeah, they just sort of wiggle. And you guys make the way back to the house. I think as this is happening, though, your companions are sort of headed to the same house.
Yeah.
I think they're headed in the same direction.
Wow.
So I
It
think
is on the way.
conveniently, you may just arrive at the same time.
So is it actually a treehouse? Like,
Yeah, it's like it's sort of like built along like half the trunk, so it's kind of like a relatively large structure that's built up there, since the trunks themselves are massive. Yeah, it's about 100 feet up, and I think as you guys get closer, you see that there's like a hole at the bottom of the house. It seems shut. There seems to be some sort of door hatch that's been closed. From
knock on it.
No, it's 100 feet up.
I'm gonna knock on it anyway. No.
Knock on the tree.
Is there a way up?
Powerfully.
You don't see any way up, other than
Yes.
climbing.
Yeah, I guess I gotta climb.
Albert's.
Like Mulan style with like
Yeah.
the thing.
I mean, honestly, he's just gonna use his spikes and just like use them as like ice climbing picks.
Isn't it a redwood tree too? It's like super thick.
It's super thick. Yeah, you need like the longest rope
Longest
ever to like climb up.
That's why he doesn't do. He's just using his ice.
Let's get down to business.
Amazing.
He's climbing.
I want
gradually.
to start climbing with him too. I'm actually going to use. Where's my cantrip?
Wait. Do you guys see my arrow with the note?
Nope.
No, we weren't asked for some perception or anything. So
I was too much in a rush to get you back together. All right. It didn't really come into play, but that's a good point. That's a good point. Everyone make me perception checks, 'cause
right
hopefully
now.
you didn't forget. Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay, sure.
22. Oh, no, 23.
You find it.
Oof. 28.
You find it
Oh.
first. 28. Anybody got it better than 28?
28. Going once, going twice. Oh, the sheriff.
Albert's not
28.
even trying. Alright, we gotta climb. He's going.
But Shira, can you decipher the message?
Oh,
Can you
that's
make an
the real
intelligence check
question.
for me, please?
Are you kidding me? It's written in common.
Wait. Why can't I click on those?
Doodle-doo-doo.
Not
Nothing.
this. Well, it's also +3. Oh, I got a 6, so I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the arrow. I'm like, oh, this is Lyria's, and I take it and I pocket it. No,
Nice.
bring it to you later.
Doesn't notice the note that's attached to
No,
it.
not even.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. It was kind of like, oh, just like an automatic,
I don't have
reaction.
words for
to
this party. When I
it.
Could I
No.
use my primal savagery to sharpen my claws to have an easier time with climbing?
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to use the corrosiveness of it. Can I choose not to do that? Because it is meant to do
Yeah, it does acid damage.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can change the damage you deal into ice, cold damage.
Oh, there you go. So negates it? Question mark.
Well, I just instead of doing you create ice claws instead of
Oh yeah.
acidic,
Yeah.
whatever kind of magic it is,
What just sharpens my
I never understood that acid. It's strange.
Oh wait, I have alter self at will.
Wait, you said you literally have Sistromeru's claw ability?
I guess so. Oh yeah, you're right.
Dang.
That is what it's like. Oh yeah.
So you're gonna start climbing as well.
Yes.
Okay. So everybody who wants to climb, you're gonna have to make an athletics check for me.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who has something that's helping them climb gets advantage.
Does mine count?
Mhm.
Yes. No. 13.
29.
29 just fucking gets up there in no time. But it is a little ways up. I think Albrecht just starts going.
He
He
has more
doesn't look
spikes.
down. He doesn't wait for anybody as he starts climbing. And Misha, you slowly follow behind. It's a little difficult. You have to sort of concentrate on creating dice claws every now and then.
Yeah. Instead of acid.
So
So it's taking a lot of effort. Okay.
it is. It's difficult. Taurus, Shira, what are you guys up to?
I guess I could just fly up there with my mouse.
Wait, do we have the carpet?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we'll just get on the carpet, my dude.
Shiro, I don't.
I have the carpet.
Mhm.
I thought we had the carpet also. Didn't we have two?
You only have one.
Wait, what do you mean you have the carpet if you're climbing the tree?
It's in the bag of holding.
Wait, we're
Hey.
walking?
Albrecht.
You guys have been walking.
Why?
Albrecht.
That's a good question.
I'm not walking.
You know,
You have your steed still.
your
Yeah.
steed is walking.
You went scouting ahead. What are you doing?
No, I didn't. I got back.
Oh, that's true. You did go back and then return. So, I guess for you, yeah, you get back to them. Like, what the fuck are you guys walking?
Why are you climbing that tree?
There's a house up there.
Is there something there? Are we
Yeah.
just breaking into someone's house?
I guess we could have just had one person check the house before everyone's climbing up, but now it's too late. So, do you have the carpet or not?
I don't.
God
Albert
damn.
hadn't. What?
All right.
How is Edmund the most common sensed one here so far? He hasn't said a word.
I
still
think it's
sleeping.
because he's sleeping.
He's actually you look around. He's not even around, and you look at Albrecht, and he's hanging off Albrecht's back.
Oh my god, like a
Never
monkey.
mind.
Yes. Yeah, I think we can just wait here. Also, I just realized recently that I have teleportation circle as a 5th level conjuration, which I'm gonna be reading because maybe it's gonna be proving to be useful later on. So, something to keep in mind.
Very cool.
I guess we'll just wait here then.
Yeah, they'll tell us if anything important, and if ever a fight happens, I can hit from afar.
I think Albrecht, you get about halfway up the tree, or halfway to the house, and Irea, you are sort of coming out of some trees, and then you see your companions at the base of this trunk. You see Albrecht climbing up the tree. The gnome also, his eyes go wide as he sees someone climbing his tree. And in Gnomish, she goes, "Oh, get off my tree! Don't touch my tree!" And he starts rushing over.
Yeah, sure. Here's that. I hear.
Yeah.
But I see that happen and just go, "Oi!"
Yeah. You call out, everyone looks, and there's just like this big gnome rushing towards you.
I like lazily wave. Like,
Oh. Hi, Irea.
She found a friend.
Friends?
these good people have something to show us, and they know a little bit about the forest and the giants. What are you all doing here? Did anyone get my message?
Sure, I picked up one of your arrows.
What
I don't know
message?
if that was
Yeah, I take out the arrow. Yeah, you dropped this, I think. And I hand it to you.
Turn it around.
I turn it around. I'm like, oh, your handwriting is actually really nice. Here.
Snatch my arrow back. What's wrong with you? All the fast I could muster. Next time, I stick an arrow
Also,
in the
I'm not
ground.
even up there. Did you come down?
Look, next time I'm gonna stick an arrow in the ground, feathers into the ground first, right? So it's not like I fired it, and then you'll know that arrow has a message on it, right?
Again, are you down?
Just don't step on it.
So I'm imagining that did Taurus and Shira actually go up? I thought you guys were just
No.
waiting at the base for them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
We're
so
just
that's fine.
waiting.
So Lyria is at the base of the tree. Albrecht
Oh,
and
okay.
Misha are climbing the tree. So all the rest of you are all at the base of the trunk.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ensure. Irea is
The
at the
little
bottom too.
old guy that you understand is like shouting at Albrecht, I guess, from the bottom.
Yeah, he's shouting up and he's like sort of, shaking his fist. And as he does that, he sort of reaches into his hat and he pulls out a little wand. And he's going to like swish it. And Albrecht, you're going to hear a like a little squeaky noise, and you look up, and the hatch opens, and this like tumbling of vines falls out from the hatch. And I think some of them will hit you, but it doesn't really do anything, and they sort of just trail all the way down to the bottom.
It's like a ladder, yeah.
Oh, that's easier.
Yeah, that's very useful. Who's your new
I'll grab
friend?
onto the vines. Look down at it. Thank you.
And nobody, she's like, "You're intruding on my you're in my house. Get out of here!"
Oh no. Well, technically yes, but you're with our friends, so I think we're all friends now.
Wait, sure. What's he saying?
Oh, he's
You say that in
yelling at-
Gnomish?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
talking-
I tried to tell him in Gnomish to kind of make it so maybe it's more familiar and
Of course you know
comfortable.
Gnomish.
And then I go back to Misha and I'm like, oh, he's just thinking that Albrecht is trying to break in, which technically he is.
I was going to knock on the door. I wasn't going to break in. But to get to the door, I need to climb the tree.
Yeah.
We're not gonna survive Vitrolan.
So, what's your name? To the dwarf.
And he looks at you and he goes, "Ooh, your accent is quite good. Hufla." And he puts his hand out for you.
Nice to meet you, Hufla. I
He has
am
like
Shira.
massive hands because he's just like a scaled up.
You're incredibly bulky. Well, I guess now I'm gonna speak in common. You talk common. Okay. Are we having
Can you
some
tell your
guests
friend
there?
to come down, please? Can you tell him to come down?
Oh, he just wanted to knock at your door. We're actually very curious about like who might live in this beautiful treehouse of yours, I guess.
It is quite beautiful. But I would appreciate it if he came down. I need to get up there.
Okay,
I'm not having
Albrecht,
guests right now.
you have to come down.
Are,
We have to find out
are we
who's
just
in the
going
house.
to come back up afterwards?
No, I'll go up. I don't want anyone in my house.
He doesn't want anyone in this house. He's just gonna, I guess, go in and bring us something? Is that what's
Just like
happening?
look at you guys shouting. It's like, Albrecht, why are you breaking into someone's house?
I wasn't
It's
going
so out
to
of
break into a
character.
house. I was going to knock on the door. But the door is 100 feet up, so I have to get there to knock on it.
All right, there's no one in there.
But now I know. And he'll like slowly just kind of like slide down the vines.
I guess I'll do that too since I'm at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. Hoofla kind of
No one's yelling at
bows
Misha
to
at
both of you.
all. It's just all
Albert.
Oh, Albert.
He's the one who was the highest, so
Yeah, that's a.
I'm off the
Alright,
hook.
so there's no use in going to the house. Alright, I'm
guess
going to
not.
Vitrolan. It's that way, right? And Albert's going to shut up.
Oh, now they listen.
Look, I thought there was going to be some information there, but there isn't any apparently, so.
Yeah, it's that way. I give you the help action from a distance.
Oh my god.
Did you guys hear something?
And you see Hoofla begins climbing up, and
How
the
about me gets to climb?
Well, he's climbing
It's
up
his
his
house.
vines. It's his house. What do you mean? Why?
Did I miss something?
It's so good. He's on the back. It'll be okay. It's his house.
He's the one who summoned the vines. See, that's pretty nature of him, you know.
Pretty
Um,
nature.
So nature.
So nature.
So you see there's the other
Netflix
gnomes
and
too.
nature.
They start climbing up also after, and eventually they all funnel into it, and then he starts coming back down.
Do they fit in the house? How many of them are there?
There's 20 of them,
do we
put
see
in a
all
house.
of them climb up?
but it's a big house.
It's
It's a
a
big
mansion.
tree house. Yeah, it kind of is.
Let me
A
tree
treehouse
mansion.
It's just like a big thing that like encompasses half of the.
So it's
circumference of
exactly
the
what
tree.
they imagined for orcs, but for them instead, for the gnomes. It's a miniature version of what they imagined.
For orcs.
Not orcs, sorry, giants. I mixed orc and giants.
Oh yeah, I guess kind of, but it's just one house. It's just one house.
Oh, it's just one. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's not a whole village then.
No.
It's the harem.
There's quite a lot of them, and from the tracks that Irea saw, there's even more. But these are the ones that you see. And he starts coming back down, and when he starts coming down, he does the slide also.
Again, who's your friend, Lyria? That you just brought here?
I met them in the forest. They seem to be natives of the forest, but in the less dangerous section. And I just explained to everybody, I think, all at once, that everything we learned about them before, that they essentially live here. They live closer to the coast. I warned them about the Warforged. They don't seem to know anything about the war, and that they said that the giants do not speak. It is against their customs to outsiders. They do not wish to be seen or spoken to, and that they have messengers,
Mm.
and that we should talk to them more about this.
Oh, well, yeah, if we can contact the messenger and explain what's happening.
Or even
I look at
identify
Misha and I'm like, and if you have any food to share with them. I kind of interrupted them when they were looking for food, so I feel really bad.
Jam!
it. I do have jam.
I think as you're saying that, Hoopla comes up to you guys, and he's got something cupped in his hand, and he's like bringing it to you, Lyria. He goes,
What do you have there?
"Oh, it's a very special nut that I found." And he opens his hand, and there's this little like gleaming seed. It's like a little green seed, slightly open. There's a little bit of a sprout poking out of it. But yeah, it's kind of, but it's like glowing slightly. It's got like a little bit of energy coming off of it. He said, "Fell from the sky one day while I was gardening, and I didn't know what to do with it. It didn't grow when I tried to plant it, but it's still alive, and it's the only thing that hasn't changed sizes." And he gives it to you.
Change sizes. Everything else.
Yeah, things change sizes. Give the seed to Misha. Can you use your druidic magic to know anything about this?
Can I do a nature check?
You can, but
Do
you
I
have
already-
advantage.
I do.
You do.
Okay. It's 22.
22. I think the second you take it in your hands, you feel right away that this is a part of the life tree.
Oh.
It is a seed of the life tree.
This is a seed of the life tree. Yggdrasil?
Mhm.
Is that the life tree?
Mhm.
It's a little baby Yggdrasil!
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And I will, I'll just say, I don't know if you remember, but this is the third instance of coming into contact with
Mm.
the life tree. The first time was in Larkhold.
Mhm.
The second time, you may not have known at the time, but now it sort of confirms, touching the seed, was in the desert
Where's Jacques?
with Jacques. You guys had found a like underground spring,
Mhm.
and there was a root there,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a root that came from one of these seeds. And there's another one here in the Grave Woods.
This is precious. Do you want to hold on to it, Irea, or can I keep an eye on it?
I think it's best with you.
I'll take good care of it.
It
Mhm.
seems like maybe we've been drawn to the tree, or that the tree is reaching out to us. The fact that we encounter it so often.
I have a
Careful,
feeling
it's-
it's like trying to help us for some reason.
Do we know where the tree is?
So I guess I'll just give a bit of the information that you guys would know, or at least some of you. But when you were in the Kingswood in Larkhold, and I'll move the map just to show where it was, used to be a lush enchanted forest that was essentially given life by the life tree. And when you had gone there, there was a huge, like the part of the city was made out of like the trunk of the life tree, but it was like a decayed and dead life tree, and there was a new seed that was being grown, and you guys had like hopped into the Fey realm briefly, which it was like sort of connected. Tell me if this is ringing any bells.
Yeah,
This
didn't
was a long
Shira,
time ago. This was many years ago.
didn't Shira
Ireland.
like
Oh yeah, I totally
face from it?
remember.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did not see the actual tree, but you've seen that the tree is like almost trying to regrow itself, let's say.
Mhm.
There's multiple like seedlings and saplings that you've come in contact with. So yeah. I don't know if that answers your question at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Where
um,
was the party then? So
Yeah, yeah, but Misha and Shiro would know for sure.
Mhm. Well, we
I'll-
can find a home at some point. Maybe on our way, or maybe
may
after.
mayhaps if ever we get Larkhold back, we could replant it next to
Yeah.
its parent.
or we could use it as a token of our good faith to the giants.
Could be.
And I think our good
Regardless,
friend here, our good fellow here, was going to tell us how to get in touch with one of their messengers.
Oh.
yeah. What do they look like, even?
Oh, Hoofla is standing there. He goes, I've never met any of these messengers before. I stay away from Vitrolan.
Unfortunately, we're tied by your fates to go and investigate it. Potentially save magic.
Me?
Huh?
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 He's looking like a little confused.
Point is, we have to go there.
Oh. Yes, well, your friend here has said as much.
Here's some jam. I'll give him some jam.
Ooh, thank you.
You guys must be hungry.
I'll give him a jar
Ah.
of my poppy pots jam
You're like, smells delicious.
as an apology for climbing up your tree.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't like seeing any sort of critters climbing my tree. Always trying to tell the damn squirrels to get off.
That's why the squirrels are so big here. That explains. Well, he was saying how things don't, like, they change sizes, right?
Oh,
Is it
was
all
that
things
recent?
or just the seed?
Yeah, it's a weird thing to say. To change
Yeah.
sizes. I mean,
Oh.
one would just assume it's growing, but
Well, you haven't noticed?
The trees are big. Your faces are huge.
yeah, his face is
Everything is bigger.
Has it always been this way?
And he looks down at himself and he goes, mm-hmm, always.
Okay. Well,
Does that
thank
mean
you. Thank you for the seed.
Wait, how come there's faces on some of these trees?
Well, I've heard that they were once giants.
Oh. Do they turn to trees at the end of their lifespan or something?
I think so. I've had some family members that have passed away and once buried, they rose back up as trees.
Wow, so everyone's part of the forest here. This is so lovely.
It is quite lovely. It's like they never leave you.
And a little bit creepy.
because
Looking
it's like a
for it.
graveyard?
It is the circle of life.
Indeed.
Well, thank you for your info and for the seed. We'll be sure to take good care of it.
Oh, it's not much, but I hope it helps somehow. But maybe I can give you some. Would you like some berries? We've collected some.
You should
No.
eat those.
Make some jam out of it.
I think I will.
Give it a shot.
I can't wait to try this. And you hear like exciting like hooping coming from up in the house. There's like a bunch of them like up the windows, like looking down.
That's so cute.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. Well, maybe needed.
Take care and remember to hide when you see the dark clouds.
Well, we will. We will. Thank you.
All right, let us be on our way.
He starts climbing
And
up.
catch up to Albrick.
Yeah, where'd Albert get off to?
Yeah,
He's taking out
forest
the
is
carpet and he's just flying through the forest.
Oh my god.
Fine.
What the fuck?
He ditched us.
He's got Edmund on his back.
For real? For real? All right. You guys chase after Albert. Albert, did you actually take off on the magic carpet?
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, we'll catch up to him in no time then with those short legs of his.
No.
I mean,
He-
what's your walking speed? 30 feet?
It is.
Yeah, mine's faster.
He might have short legs, but they're quick.
Oh,
my
he's quick.
God.
He's a fast walker. He's fucking power
That's why
walking
it's
his way
so
through the woods.
noisy when you walk. It's because you're also walking at a really fast pace, so
Yeah.
everything's clinking.
Holy moly. Well, time to hit the old dusty trail.
More traveling.
More travel.
Indeed.
You guys would expect to catch up with Albrecht. But one, he is faster, and two, you do not catch up.
Oh.
If this is a magical forest, I got my explorer thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can't get lost in a magical forest. All right.
I understand. Trust me.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure.
I don't like that I heard that smile in his voice.
Huh? Wait. What are you talking about? Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? Huh? Fuck. Yeah. Albrecht, do you ever stop?
Every now and then, if I don't see anything, I kind of pop up in the carpet to see if I can see a cityscape of Vitrolan, and then come back down.
So you are on the carpet.
Well, I only use it when like I've gotten stumped. Okay, like at this point, I should see something in the distance.
Okay.
I
so
don't, so they get some altitude.
okay, so you just use
I go up and I look around.
vertical advantage.
I would look for his footprints and make sure we're on track.
I won't even have you roll for that. You're able to follow. Yeah, I think that it takes you guys a little while, and it's a little bit surprising. Like maybe Albrecht took off. At least that's sort of like your guys' perception of it. But eventually, you would like reach him again if he's stopping and taking a look, going up and coming back down, taking some extra time. Yeah, and when you go up on the magic carpet, Albrecht, can you make, and I know this is going to be silly, but can you make an Arcana check?
All right.
It's not silly since we learned things change size.
Arcana, you say? Eh? That's a 3.
Okay. I think you just sort of you're just like looking around, enjoying the ride on the magic carpet. You go up, you come back down. You don't really notice anything. And eventually the rest of your party ends up.
But like I like literally like in the distance where I assume Vitrolan is supposed to be, like on the map, there's no like towers or cities.
You do not see any city like skyline or whatever, or like you know that there should be a city in that direction, but you just see like the forest basically extend out. And maybe the city is within the woods. But nothing, can't say anything within it.
He's starting to like,
excuse you,
get frustrated. He's like, it's supposed to be there. What is it? Where is it?
Where indeed.
And yeah, so we can keep on walking forward for a little bit, and if they catch up, they catch up.
Okay. All right. Well, if you continue forward, you continue forward. And the rest of you, can you please make either perception or survival or arcana, whatever's the highest?
21. No, 23.
And just tell me what kind of roll that you made.
Damn it. Natural 20.
I'm going to go with survival.
No natty.
No natties.
Ooh.
Roll again.
12.
12. Misha, you were the only one that got higher than 20?
23.
Wait, I haven't rolled mine. Survival.
And I'm doing a survival because I don't use that often, and it's interesting.
I got a non-nat 20. Dirty 20.
Oh, those are allowed.
Ooh.
And Lyria, are you rolling? Would you like to roll?
Sure.
You get a roll, and you get a roll.
Yeah.
And you get a roll. You get a roll.
It's a perception check, right?
Yeah, perception. You can use whatever you feel like, really. It could be perception, it could be arcana, it could be survival, it could be nature.
If it's not perception, I would want to use stealth. So it's 28.
Okay. Q.
Do I get advantage because of word knows?
Oh my god, your crutch.
On perception, yes. He can help you.
Shout out to the 2 crew. So 28 it is.
Okay. All right. Well, with the perception, you can tell pretty certainly that the distance between the trees is getting longer and longer.
Oh god, space is expanding.
It's like the universe is expanding.
Witchcraft.
But
Wait, sorry, I forgot about the other rules too. Misha, you did survival.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you notice that in particular some of the like you pass by like a raspberry bush or something, and you see some fruits on it, and the fruits are like the size of apples, like the
Oh my God.
raspberries.
Hot tamales. Well, they're not tamales, they're raspberries, but look at those. They're huge.
They are. You're gonna make a lot of jam with those.
Ooh, can I grab some?
Plop them in.
Yeah, I mean you can. Yeah.
But he's not here.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to mention that if we're traveling for longer than an hour in this forest terrain, that we cannot get, like, it doesn't slow down our group travel if it's difficult terrain. Just in case.
Yeah.
It counts.
It's not difficult terrain.
Damn
I can
it.
tell you that much. And for all intents and purposes, you're traveling at the speed you would normally travel at. What did you roll again? You got like 12 or something? 13?
I got a dirty 20.
You got a dirty 20. What? Somebody get like a 30? It doesn't matter. Dirty 20. What kind of roll did you make?
It was survival also.
Survival also. Yeah, I think you can hop in and forage a few extra stuff with Misha. You also notice, though, some you notice like the corpse of a kind of raccoon looking thing, but it's like the size of a dog.
Oh God. Now, if I look closer, is it actually a rat-like animal? Like, is it a rat? Straight
Yeah,
up?
it's more like a rodent than it is. It's not like just some dog
Okay.
that has the features of it. It's like, yeah, it looks like a big ass raccoon.
Yeah, everything is getting big. Are you guys changing size? And we're not realizing. Should we keep note of that? How can we even keep note of that?
If we're getting smaller, I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
No, I thought we were getting big too. Like, by the time we exit this forest, we're gonna be humongous.
I've noticed that the space between trees is getting bigger, so seems like we're not getting any bigger at all.
I guess that would make sense. So there's more room for the giants to walk through the trees, right?
Maybe
Naturally, they would
that's
just
why you
travel
never
straight down.
find them.
Do we roughly know how close we are to Vitrolan? To where their city might be?
Roughly.
Like, do we know it's still a ways away?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was still like a few days to the where the city is supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's like, so it's supposed to be in this general idea. Like, I know I have it here on the map where it says literally Vitrolan. There's like a bunch of houses and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is like a portion of Irea that is kind of unexplored. Not much is known about it. So
Okay.
you're looking for a city, but you're not really sure where exactly it is.
Gotcha.
Can I nudge Shira? Shira, since you're leading the way, and I've noticed that the distance between trees is growing larger. And DM, tell me if we can do this. Can I angle, like, help point out to Shira, like, which direction to go so that distance keeps getting bigger?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you want to set onto the path that's like creating the most expansion, so to speak. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
This seems to be the direction that's, well, everything is getting larger and further away here. So if there were giants, then probably this direction.
I guess so. I'm just worried of getting too lost in this place.
Well, at least we'll be lost together.
We have, the carpet if we need to exit. It's just...
We don't.
Albrecht has it. We're going for...
Well, we met up with Albert.
Find them. Did we?
You did not know.
Yes.
Ah.
No, I was going to say that you did, but he didn't actually end up waiting. He kept going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have not encountered him.
Yeah, I think we should still head towards Albrecht at the same time. And once we meet with him.
Yeah. Keep following his footprints.
Are Alberich's footsteps separate from where things are getting bigger?
You still, like, you can still follow his footprints, and his footprints haven't changed size, if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm asking, are his footprints going in the same direction as where everything is getting bigger?
Yes, yeah. It's pretty much the same direction that you guys have been heading. You triangulating it maybe like puts it off of Albrecht's path slightly, but you can tell that he's headed generally in the same direction.
Okay. I kind of curse at that. I'm like, Albrecht's off the path. And I think I'll probably look at Shira. I'm like, can you, with your ranger abilities, do you think you can go ahead, or would you rather that I sprint after him and try and, get him back to us?
Well, I believe with Oranos it will probably be faster.
Oh, hold on. A few days away, I've got something. I'll ride my steed. I'll come back with Albrecht.
Well, I guess that works.
Just imagine that that energy that I saw around Albrecht when we used the fucking metal
Beep, 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 beep,
detector.
beep.
And I'll cast locate creature
The orogram.
within 1,000 feet.
Mhm.
I describe Albrecht in my mind by imagining his aura, and I take off in the direction that they're telling me that the tracks.
Okay. I'm just gonna say something quick. Can we say? Well, you cast. Was it find person?
Locate creature.
Locate creature. I think as you start casting that, does your mount have stats?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have the stats? No.
Oh,
Uh,
but it's what, like
yeah, what's it?
something,
It's like a
spectral
Pegasus.
mount or whatever. Oh, it uses the stats of the creature.
Pretty sure.
Effectively, I'm going to ask you to make a charisma saving throw for your mount.
Cool. Statistics provided in the monster manual for the chosen force. 15.
15. Okay. So maybe like you're getting onto your mount, or you're already on it, and suddenly your mount just poof, disappears.
Oh.
Hey, way to go.
Just like fall off it, fall through it.
On his butt.
Look at Misha. Did you do that?
What? No. Why
Did
would I
you
do
lose
that?
concentration?
I don't need concentration. It's supposed to remain. It's been here with us this whole time.
Lyria like grabs Ordos, like, make him
Oh.
small, put him in my hood.
Yeah, maybe not using him.
And
Did
you'll
Alright.
hear, just for a brief moment,
What? Edmund.
he's like hanging off Albrecht still. Well, no, he's still with Albrecht. He's with Albrecht.
Nowhere near us.
Nowhere near us.
All right.
You wary.
mentioned-
There's someone laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all heard it.
Are you a messenger for the giants?
I think you as you call out, you're also sort of quickly scanning around. You know, you've got Uranos in your hood, and you see a small little girl standing, sort of just half of her is poking out from behind one of the trunks. And she's got her hands like this, looking at you.
It's like hair in front of her face.
Yeah, she's got like, she's just kind of like her face is like sort of shaded. You can't really like see her too well. She's like peering from behind it. And she goes, I've always wanted a pony. And she disappears.
Okay.
It's yours if we can speak with the giants in some way.
You hear like a pondering. Why do you want to see the giants? And so you're just like hearing the voice, but you don't see the girl.
There's a dark wizard coming. He means to destroy the wood and attack. The giants can no longer be neutral in this conflict. Xanabin is coming, and we mean to warn them.
Boring. I don't want anything to do with that.
If you don't help us, he's probably going to take your pony.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
No.
you haven't met him. You don't know how strong he is. I have.
Well, you don't know anything either.
You,
All right.
your face.
I think we were stepping on the wrong. You were taking the wrong turn here. Who are you? What is your name?
Why should I tell you that?
Because I think we can maybe help each other if we know a little bit more about you. What are you doing in this forest all alone?
What are you doing in this forest?
We're trying to find our friend, a spiky guy, has a little guy hanging off him. Maybe you've seen him?
Not a kobold, a
And
dragonborn.
speak to the giants.
And speak to the giants, of course.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see any spiky people. I just saw your
It's-
pony and I wanted it.
Hmm.
Well, you can
Taurus?
have it, but should we not trade fairly? You have the pony. Perhaps you can give us something.
No,
Information.
I want it and I got it.
Taurus, are you unable to cast it again?
I likely can. But you wouldn't want that, right?
Me?
Not you.
The little girl.
I like ponies too.
You can play with it later.
Right, girl, since you won't tell us your name, your new name, your nickname is Girly.
I don't like it.
Then you can just tell us your name. And we won't have to do it.
How about Pearly for pony girly?
Wait,
Ew.
you're just giving her a different nickname?
Just you, and you hear the ew like from behind all of you.
Oh,
Oh.
whip around.
Yeah, and you see the little girl and she's looking at you. And she
Whoa,
goes,
how'd you get there?
my name is Boginia. And she
Yeah.
disappears.
No? Well, nice to meet you, Boginia. Do you know the exit out of this forest or something?
Back the way you came.
So if we go further, what are we gonna meet?
Well, if you really want to keep going,
Mm-hmm.
you'll probably end up dying.
By what?
The woods. Or my brother.
Oh, you
Who's
have a
your brother?
brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the strongest. But I'm not telling you anything else than that.
What if
Well, if you're saying he's the strongest, it sounds like he's really powerful. What sort of
Yeah, he is. Okay.
battles did he have?
Oh, you know what? I actually don't think he's that strong. You have to prove it
What
to
did you
us.
say?
Why don't you show us your brother, huh? Where is he?
And you see she just like appears in front of all of you. And her eyes are like big and sparkly. And you get a good look at her now. She's just a little girl. She has sort of messy blonde hair, and she's wearing just sort of like this little white dress. She's got very, very pale white skin, almost looks like it's glowing a little bit, and she has golden eyes. And she goes, she's like, you want to meet my brother?
Sure.
If he's real.
He is real, okay? And he's
Prove
the
it.
strongest. I
Prove
will.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, let's meet him. Maybe we can have a talk. Is he older than you?
We're the same age.
Okay. And what age would that be?
I don't know.
What does
I
she
lost
look
count.
around?
She looks like she's like 7 years old.
Okay, poor kid.
The scariest of ages.
And she just starts walking.
Alright.
Where's my pony?
Oh, I brought your pony to my house.
Just let her have it for now.
You must take care of him.
I will. I'll give him brushies every day.
Good.
What are you going to name him?
I don't know.
How about
Probably like,
Hoofheart?
oh, I was going to say Hoofy.
Oh, Hoofy's good.
Yeah.
Virginia 2.
No.
Like
No.
scrunches, like, looks like
Maybe
she's about to
just-
start
Can I
crying.
stand next to her and scrunch my face?
Yeah.
Not Virginia 2, not Virginia 2. No, no.
How about just Boogie? Boogie and Booginia.
Ah,
Okay, never mind.
So like starts to like in.
Oh God.
Like, it's just-
Okay, I take it back. Horrible name. I get it.
Buffy was perfect.
I guess so.
I there, shuts up.
Yeah.
Work out yourself.
Is she leading us approximately the same way as Albric's tracks are?
she's leading you exactly the way that Lyria wanted to lead you.
Okay, so deeper and deeper. to this
Look
one.
back at Albert's tracks. Are we just gonna leave him?
It just seems as if he skipped this whole entire place somehow.
Did my spell trigger any sort of ping?
Oh, for Albert?
Yeah.
Yes, it's within 1,000 feet. I'm gonna say it does ping. Yeah. Does it? Do I have to give you an exact?
I'm gonna check. Actually.
Oh shit!
You
Not
took
ready
away
for
my
this, man.
pony, so
I took away your goddamn pony. I'm
that's
You
the
so
did.
sorry.
direction.
I could have taken you away, but you have good
Yeah.
charisma, so.
Oh my God.
No,
That's
she's
scary.
it's just the direction. It's like a little arrow, like it's which way.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you, I mean, you can confirm that the tracks do lead towards Albrecht.
I have a question.
Hmm.
If you could send the pony to your house, can't you just send all of us to your house right off the gate? Or is your
But
brother
I'm not letting you
around
into
there?
my house. I'm showing you to my brother. Okay.
Okay. I thought you lived together.
Mm-mm. I have my own house with my own family, and we spend
Oh.
all day together.
Wow.
Yeah, we're the bestest family.
Can I whisper to Lyria? Perhaps send a message to Albrecht if that's possible. Tell him to stop walking.
I nod, and then I'll send a message to Albrecht. Go where the forest is largest. Meet us there.
His beard. His ear.
Large everywhere.
Amazing.
Torres, you do notice being in the presence of Bulginia for a bit of time, you begin to see your tether
Oh.
reach out and connect to her.
Little faint tether, like a thread. Or
child leash, perhaps?
No, like
Oh god.
like the one to the
your
drider.
entire tether is connecting to her.
God.
Well, she's she's like a spirit or something, right?
Like child.
Well, only Torres can see this.
Yeah, I won't
Okay.
startle anyone with this information.
Well, for me, I think she's a dead spirit because she's a 7-year-old in the middle of a forest and also pale and, dead looking, I guess.
Along the way, I'd like to ask her what she knows about the giants.
Yeah, of course. I grew up with the giants.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Are they your family?
They are.
Ah.
Now, normally I don't tell people this. Usually, they just end up dead. But I really want you to meet my brother now.
Sure.
Yes.
Is he a giant?
When he wants to be.
When he wants to be. Okay.
Hmm.
I think he just like suddenly grabs your hand, Misha.
Oh.
And she starts like swinging your arm.
I think she likes you.
I'll swing my arm with her.
And the swinging goes on for a little while, and then she suddenly like stops and like jumps away from you and like turns and looks at the group. And she goes, kind of sticks up her nose a little bit. And she goes up to you, Lyria.
Mhm.
And then she goes up to you, Shira. You smell like some of my family. Then she goes back and holds Misha's hand.
I look at them puzzled for a second. I mean, they are sisters, kind of.
Illusory script behind her, just like a resistance members question mark, and then like feed it.
When have you met someone like me before?
I don't know, a long time ago.
Can you tell me what they look like? Maybe it's actually someone related to me.
What are the odds of that?
Oh, you would laugh at how silly it's been. I've,
You'd be surprised how small this big world is.
yeah.
She kind of looks at you and goes, well, you don't really look like anyone in my family. But I guess your eyes are kind of similar.
Did the person have something like a watch? Maybe. Do you remember that? No.
No.
All right. Well, that's odd then. All right, let's keep moving, I guess.
Yeah, and I want to repeat it, okay? I'm not bringing you to my house. I'm bringing you to my brother.
Yes,
We
yes,
knew.
of course.
Of course.
You're doing a great job.
Follow the leader. The
Lyria
leader.
says, "What if we stop by your house to meet your family?"
That's true.
She stops,
Maybe they know more.
She stops swinging the arm. And she goes, he looks at you. He goes, big brother first.
All
Very
right.
wise.
Yeah. Sounds like she
Alright.
has a big family, so one at a time, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it used to be bigger.
Ooh. What happened?
Well, they died.
Ah,
Peacefully.
Yeah, they just get old and
Okay.
Why don't you grow old?
I just don't.
Okay. Do you know about the messengers? I'm just curious. Apparently, giants usually have messengers to communicate.
No. They might be talking about me and my brother,
Okay.
but I'm not a messenger.
No, you're a princess with a pony.
That's all.
Does she go back to waving her hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I like crouching down a bit to like reach your hand? Cause like I'm
Oh,
tall.
Oh, you are pretty tall, but yeah, I guess so, a little bit.
cute.
And you guys continue following Boginia. She leads the way. Alberic.
You got the message.
You got the message. What do you make of it?
Keep going where things are bigger. Look around. All the trees are huge. All right. Well, that tree seems large. Let's go towards that one then. I'm going to walk forward. Are things becoming smaller?
As you move towards it,
Yeah.
no.
I
You
keep going.
you start moving towards the tree, and you don't immediately notice like a change. Yeah, you
I'll keep
continue.
an eye out for it. Like, if things suddenly start seeming to look smaller, I'll change direction. But if things just seem to be getting like larger or staying the same size, I'll just continue going forward.
Okay. You continue forward for a while, and you don't notice anything immediately, but eventually you do hear a voice. And you hear off above you, you hear a "Hail, traveler!" And your attention,
Hello.
is brought above you to a branch in a nearby tree, and there is a figure sitting atop the branch.
I'll stop and look up. Hello. Right, I'm trying to find a city called Vitrolan. So I happen to be going in the right direction.
Vitrolan, you're headed in the right direction.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if you'll ever make it there, my friend.
Oh, and why not?
That's just the way things are. And he leaps down from the branch and lands maybe about 20 feet away from you.
When you say how things are, is there something trying to prevent me from getting to the city?
You're right on the money. No one's allowed in.
All right. Well, I don't necessarily need to get in per se. I just wanted to give him a warning. Probably about 5 to 6 days out, there's a storm coming.
He just sort of furrows his brow, and he goes, wait. I am no messenger. I will not take this for you.
Right, so if I can speak to somebody who will, that's all I'm really trying to do.
And he looks at you for a second, and then his gaze kind of goes over your shoulder, and he goes, "It's quite a nice weapon you have."
Aye.
Just couldn't help but notice it.
It's definitely something special. It's got a soul. It's got a heart.
Yes, I can feel it coming off of it. It's powerful aura.
Uh-oh.
Tell me, friend, do you wield that thing with confidence?
I wield it when necessary.
Interesting. Well, let me tell you something, or rather, let me ask. Because I can say for certain that even if I tell you what direction to go, you'll never reach your destination. So why don't I help you? A little trade. And don't worry, I don't want your weapon.
Well, what do you want?
A battle.
Yo.
All right. Look, I have no quarrel with you, stranger. If it is a spar you ask for, I'll oblige. But
I'm afraid I don't do spars. And he steps out from, say, he's slightly shaded by the tree. And he steps forward, and you see him. He's got long, unkept, messy black hair, pale white skin. It almost looks like he's glowing, golden eyes. And you see, sort of peeking over his shoulders, are two furled wings. He's wearing like this tunic, this white tunic that has been like peeled off his torso and it's just sort of hanging by like the belt around his hip. So he's just like completely bare chested. His pecs and like six pack are glistening. And he's got a sword at his hip. He's wearing little sandals, and he, stares at you. And he goes, "I don't do spars. No. I will lead you to Vitrolan, but only if you can defeat me in a battle to the death."
To be
All right,
fair,
and so you're saying I'll die anyways if I don't?
Exactly. You catch on quick.
Well, if there's one way I'd want to go out, it would be in a battle.
Hmm.
And I haven't had a chance to try this out really yet.
No, what better opportunity?
Well, look, if you want to kill me, you can. But I don't plan on dealing the finishing blow to you.
Hmm.
And then he'll limber his weapon and kind of crick his back. And like as he's doing that, he realizes that Edmund's still on his back. He's like, give me a second. And he kind of takes him off, puts him by a tree.
Yeah.
Comes back and says, "All right, that's no right. Where were we?" He kind of like takes out the hammer.
Well, wait. You're giving me mixed signals here. You want to fight to the death or not? I won't have it any other way.
I'll fight until you're satisfied.
Oh, I won't be satisfied until I die, friend.
Let's see if it takes that long.
Very well. But when it comes to it, you better not hesitate. And he's going to unsheathe his blade. And it is made of like a white stone, but it has a glow to it, a faint radiant glow. And as he does that, he looks at you and he goes, "I am Asgavalion, the angel of victory. What is your name?"
Albrecht Fireforge, dwarf of Fireforge Mountain.
"Well, Albrecht Fireforge, dwarf of Fireforge, today's the day you die." And we're gonna quickly jump back to the others.
Well.
As you continue to travel through the woods. You eventually get to the trunk of a large tree. It appears quite similar to the others. But as Boginia walks up to it, she is going to press her hands against it. And she's going to begin to goat-see the trunk of the tree.
excuse me.
And pull apart, and there's just like a gaping hole that's going to like open up in the tree.
How did you do that?
I'm allowed to do it.
I see.
Wow, that's a big responsibility.
Who allowed you to do it?
My big sis.
Oh, we have a big sister too.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
I'm not telling you anything else than that.
You have a big family indeed. Okay.
Yeah, so we can get to my brother real easy if we go through here.
Is your big sister just as strong as your big brother? Or, I guess.
I've never seen her fight.
Oh.
Well,
But she
strength
must be
isn't just
strong.
fighting. You could be
Well-
strong in other ways. You were strong enough to make friends with us.
You know what? I was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I am pretty strong. Maybe I can beat my big bro.
Heh. I'll root for you. Can we? I guess I'll look towards Shira Taurus, the more magical beings. Be like, yo guys, what I like Arcana check this stuff.
It's Arcana, and yes.
Potato, potato.
I have to set Arcana too, don't worry. Because I'm not proficient in it.
Torice.
We all loved Arcane, but at what cost?
17 Arcana.
And what are you guys arcanaing?
I have no idea.
What the fuck?
Everything.
I didn't even ask for an arcana.
It's Michelle Moaz.
Yeah, okay, sorry. What did you want to arcana?
I
Now I keep saying it, arcana.
I was just curious what kind of like special tree it is,
Oh, what kind of special treat? Right.
or like portal or something. that she
Gotcha.
clearly opened.
Taurus, what did you get again? Sorry.
17.
A 17. This is not. You're getting like a type of. I guess you just feel like a powerful energy coming from Boginia. It's not even coming from the tree, really.
It's all connected to her.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
worry. If I feel anything wrong, you'll know.
Gotcha. Well, shall we hop in?
Let's trust Taurus. We'll walk in.
I don't think we have any other option at this point.
It'll be the fastest way.
Let's do it.
Do I disappear?
Everyone
Who goes
check.
first?
Yeah. Yeah, you just walk in. It's like the inside, what it looks like is like it's spiraling into the trunk. And as it gets like deeper, like when you walk towards it, it like seemingly pulls away from you, the spiral, like almost like it's moving at the same pace as you. And eventually it just like all becomes like darkness. And then you're like, you see light again and you're like coming out into the woods, but at a different location.
Whoa. Maybe little Joe would have appreciated that.
That's a neat trick.
And as she steps out, she kind of looks around and it should be here. And he goes around like the trunk, starts making her way around it. If you guys follow, you make your way. And eventually you'll see she stops and she goes, oh! And you'll see a little ways off, maybe like, we'll say like 80 feet away from you guys, is Alberic and a mysterious figure
With golden eyes.
pointing a sword at him.
Is that your bro?
Bro! And she like calls out and starts like rushing towards him. And Alberic, as he's there staring at you guys, just exchanged titles with each other. He kind of like flinches a little bit and like looks over and he goes, Boginia, what are you doing here? And she kind of rushes over, gives him a little hug. He goes, I found some new friends. I think I'm going to make them my family members. And he goes, oh, great.
We wait
Why
from
don't you
afar.
wait until I, kill some of them first, huh? You're always trying to take them away from me.
Wait, what was that you said?
Yeah, I'm just waving at them in case it's like, oh, the brother.
Hi, Albrecht.
Yeah,
What has she told you? And he like points at the little girl.
Wait, are you yelling at
She
us?
is.
Yeah, he's like
told
yelling
us-
at all of you.
She hasn't told us
You're
anything.
powerful and nice, and that we should meet you.
Well, I am powerful, yes, but I am not nice. I intend to kill every single
And
one of
there's
you.
a big sis that doesn't fight or something.
He looks down at her and then just like gives her like a little chop on the top of the head with his hand, not his sword.
Hey, be careful with her.
Shigami.
And she goes,
Yeah.
oh. And she goes, I want them. You always get them and you always kill them before I can have any fun with them. And he goes, well, yes, that is all the fun. Why don't you kill them too, huh? And she goes, you can have that one. And I want the other ones.
Hold on. No one's killing no one here.
Yeah, why are we killing people?
Ah, look what you've done. And he goes, whatever she's told you, it's not true, all right? You're not allowed in the woods unless you fight me to a match to the death.
Well, she said he was strong, but if everything she said is a lie, then I guess that is as well.
Oh. Oh! I
And
high five
burn.
for it.
Them's
He's like-
fighting words.
He just furrows his brow. looks at you, and I think as you say that with confidence, Taurus, you
Mhm.
feel like another tether reaches out and connects with this man.
Mm.
Does he seem to react?
He does not.
So you're just luring people here, killing them, and move on? That's it?
Wait. You want to challenge me, huh? Huh, big guy? He's pointing his sword at you now, Taurus.
All right. Am I
I'll
supposed to
take
take
you
this
both
as a
on, and he points
slight-
his sword at you, Albrick, too. He's like,
Surely you're joking.
you think
I
I
don't
am?
think he is.
I'll take all of you on.
Those numbers.
Look, he
don't
might
add
just
up.
be able to. We don't know what he's capable of. But look,
And if
start
we
a duel. You can't just go starting another one at the same time.
And you are absolutely right. Before we were interrupted. But I don't mind taking advantage of the situation a little.
so you're
Which of you wants to fight and die?
would you risk
look at
Bohemia
Shira.
being all alone? If you
Why
ever
would I
die,
risk anything? I have never lost.
but you never thought, what if it happened? You would just leave her alone?
No, what? You think I think that she cannot take care of herself? Boginia is strong.
I mean,
And you're lucky that I'm challenging you before she can take you to her little playhouse, huh?
Mm.
just because she's strong doesn't mean she won't miss you.
And she kind of looks up at him and looks at you, Misha, and goes, well, I'm not going to miss him because he's not going to lose.
I mean, that's a nice help, Bulginia, but life doesn't really always go the way you think it will.
And she looks up at her brother and goes, Az, can I take some of them before you decide to kill them all, and then that way you can have some of them? Or what if we split them up, huh? And
You
looks at
can't
her
split
and
us up.
goes, well, they don't want to be split up, little one.
I'll split up. I'll go with Beginia.
She lights up and like rushes over to you and gives you a hug.
I guess I'll join you. I'm sure I'll break
Rushes over to you, gives you a hug.
handle.
Yeah, wink at Shira, like kind of like grab your hand, grab Beginia's hand. All right, let's go.
Did you guys not understand the implication of her playing?
We did, but it
Said
could
his
help
mouth
us
at
in other
Misha
ways.
like hostages.
Hostage.
All right.
There's hot stages around here?
Yeah, and as there's just like a little bit of uncertainty, the man's going to look back to you, Alberic, and he's going to go, well, the rest of you, whoever wants to go with Bulginia, you can, but you and I will finish our fight. We will start our fight. And if nobody else wants to join, then you
been
can
waiting.
sit by and watch.
We just got back together. Why are we separated again?
Don't think it's wise. If you must, you must. But
I mean, look at Beginia. Can we all fight your brother and then come with you?
Well, no, because he's going to kill you all.
Okay, then we don't fight and we watch.
How about we
Okay,
fight your
I can
brother?
watch.
We fight your brother, and if he loses, I'll conjure up a pony for you. Another pony.
Crunches her face.
How about I'll conjure up any animal you want?
She can actually turn into animals.
Well, that's only
can?
for good girls, though.
Can you
Good
Yeah,
show
girls who
me?
let us fight her brothers.
no,
Oh.
she can't show you yet. After the duel.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll stay and watch, and then after we can see your house.
Okay, I like that.
I'll take a step forward. This will just make it quicker. I will join you.
I got you guys' backs, and I'll step forward too. Besides, I have a princess to show off to.
Very nice. So the three of you step forward. And the man, you see his wings open up. They are aglow with radiant energy. His black hair begins to sort of wave about him, and his eyes start to glow. And he says again, I am Asgavalion, the angel of victory, and I challenge you, and you, and you, to a fight to the death. What is your name? And she points to Taurus. Sorry, he points to Taurus.
I am Taurus. Look at the of Duhast, and I accept your challenge.
And he points his sword at Misha.
I am Misha Yarjrit, and I will protect my friends and my family.
Excellent. Now let's have some fun, shall we? And with that, I'm going to end the session.
No!
And next session, we will start with initiative.
We can't roll
Alright.
initiative now.
No, we'll roll at the
No.
start.
I want to ask one thing.
Oh, yes.
Can I ask the little girl if I can braid her hair because it's really beautiful? I'm gonna
Sure.
braid her hair. Well, I'm watching the battle. Like I don't think it's gonna be too
Perfect. While the little girl's distracted, fairy fire on Azkaban.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Remember that for the start of the next session.
EXP?
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 Guys, no
Yes.
EXP this
What?
week. No EXP.
Nani?
Trust me, there's a fight coming up. If you do,
Oh, really?
if somehow you beat this guy, what the fuck? Then you guys will get a ton of EXP.
Angel of Victory.
Okay.
He's like a deviant art 14-year-old.
Yeah,
My OC. He's the Angel of Victory.
I love him. It's so cheesy.
What do you mean? He's so cool. Beautiful. Thank you so much for playing, guys. And thanks everyone for watching.
Mhm.
I guess I'll just wrap up. How do we normally do this?
Good question.
Oh, you can find us over on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok and of course here on Twitch. And join our Discord. Can somebody plug the Discord, please? Please join our Discord. It's
You do it, Sam.
barren,
Never
and
works.
empty. We need friends.
You need to give me permission.
we
Permission.
go.
It works.
For her to
You want to be a
send.
mod?
Yeah.
Yeah, set her up. Yeah, so all the socials. And
What's on Thursday?
Thursday
Well,
is
that's all,
Chittering
folks.
Woods, most likely. Most likely.
Yup.
Sorry, I'm like my brain is a freaking potato right now.
Okay.
I cannot even focus.
Team
I have
Muster.
words on the screen to help me with this, and I could barely read this.
Put your glasses on.
Why your glasses on your head? That's
No,
the
these are for far. This doesn't even
Yeah.
help me at this distance. It's so stupid. I wear them to look cool, all right? But anyways, we're the Hexagon. We're a Hexagon.
Yeah.
See you later,
Bye.
everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Have a good night.